Hello, beautiful people. So, another day, another Oracle deck pick a card reading. Pick a pile, pick a card. So, just keep in mind that the energy is fluid and timeless. So, when you get this video is when you're meant to see it. If it does not resonate, the message wasn't for you, it was for somebody else. Pick a different pile, a different video. Maybe there's a message in there for you that resonates better with you for your day or time or thought patterns. Sorry, just got out of a really deep meditation in the shower, so I'm still a little loopy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I see my subscribers keep climbing, so thank you guys. Don't forget to share the video around to your friends as well. The more people that see it, the more people that subscribe to it, the more people I reach on the YouTube channels, the more people I can help. So do pay it forward, and good karma will hopefully come back to everybody involved. In the description box below, there will be the decks that I have used, and don't forget to beware of scammers out there, because there's plenty of them. My email is tictactarot2020@gmail.com. If you want to reach out to me, you can do that there. I'd say I'm not going to do personal readings, but every day I tell people that, and honestly, I will do a personal reading at this point. If you're in need of one, just reach out to that email, or if you know me personally, you know how to get a hold of me. By all means, do so. I will do my best for you in these trying times. With that being said, we will do our pick a deck. Now, yesterday I goosed up here, but we're not going to do that today. Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Again, pick which one resonates to you most. It could go by the timestamps. That's what I do personally when I do pick a deck readings, by the synchronicities and the numbers that I relate to most. And they always seem to work out quite well for me. So whichever method works best for you, please do that. But that's one method that works for me. Alright. So, pile 1, 2, 22. Speaking of synchronicities, pile 1 must be a synchronicity pile. Pile 1, welcome to your pile. Let us do your reading. Okay. So, we have the service card to start. You could be somebody in the service industry. You could be a PSW nurse, yada, 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 the doctor, whatever the case is. But also the story behind this is actually one of a mother, a stay-at-home mom, that at the end of her life feels like she could have done more, but she's reminded that she raised some pretty stand-up kids in her lifetime, and that is a reward all in its own. So always remember that, you know, you may feel like you could have done more in a situation or just in your life in general, but you've done what you came and were supposed to do. So keep that in mind. And it's funny that this here, and then it's the Age of Light, which is you've been training for this for lifetimes. So again, whatever you've done, whether or not you're in the service industry or in service of somebody or something, you've been training for this job your lifetimes. This is your soul contract. This is what you signed up for. So keep doing it, because it's what you were meant to do. So whether or not it was just simply to be a stay-at-home mom, you were meant to do that, and you were meant to learn and grow from that, because there's a higher power out there, and for whatever reason, your kid or the people that you work with at your job, they needed you more than you needed to, I don't know, go to the moon. Okay? Simple things. And then after that, it has release. Now, this also is a fall card. Obviously, because in fall, the leaves fall off the trees. What's being released for new things to grow. So, quite possibly, maybe your kids are about to leave the nest. This could be a video for you, or you're waiting for them to leave the nest, or it could very simply be like, because it says have faith in your dreams. Okay? So the moon card says, have faith in your dreams. It is the waxing crescent moon. I feel like it's saying, wait. I'm going to sneeze. Ooh, okay, sorry guys. Apparently I'm speaking some truth for you. But it says to wait until your kids leave the nest and your dreams will come true then. You'll be able to pursue your dreams. You'll be able to go back to school or go to the moon, whatever you want to do. But right now, your service is needed where you are. And you need to release the idea that you need to do more with yourself because you're needed right now where you are. Whatever the case is, you are very well appreciated and needed. And again, with the synchronicities, the timestamp for this pile was 222, and then you also have 33 up here. So this is definitely a spirit guide or a higher power talking to you through me right now, and it's open your presence. Now, I do believe, and I will read in this, but this talks about being in the present. Open the gift of now. Back to another book that from a different read, the Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. If you didn't watch that video, that is a phenomenal book. I recommend it if you... I think it was day 2, my second video I released. If you don't... if you can't find the book or the comment I made in the video, reach out to me. I will tell you again. But it's Eckhart Tolle, and the book is called The Power of Now. So this is all about being present. Open your present. Open your mind to the present moments. See the beauty in what you're doing in the service that you are doing. Whether it's being a stay-at-home mom, see the beauty in your kid's eyes and the love that your kid has for you, or see the beauty and the gratitude from the people that you're working with, that you're there for them in their end of life or their hardest times. If you work in a hospital with everything that's going on right now, like, see the beauty behind it, see the help you're doing, see the bigger picture of what you're doing for these people. So that's your message. I will read your... Flipped it right to the page. I kid you not. His spirit's right here with me right now. Okay, open your presence. Ever seen a time-lapse film of a flower blooming, its petals opening wide? That's your new role model. Visualize yourself opening your arms wide, embracing all the prosperity and abundance that's flowing your way. Receive, 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 and then pass it on. So that's what, back into the service. So, the karma of it all, the big circle, the bigger picture of it. The more good you do in this world, the more that's going to come back to you. Again, with the energy tower, it was from a video I did yesterday. You're transmitting tower of energy. What you put out, you'll get back to you tenfold. It's karma. Karma doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a phenomenal thing if you think about it. So keep that in mind, and make sure you spread this video around, because that's good karma too. There could be somebody that really needs to see this message, that is at their wit's end in their job, and they need to know that what they're doing is meaningful. So with that being said, I am going to move on to the next video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your video, or your card selection, whatever the case is. Alright. Okay. It's an interesting pile. So impasse means that there's something's blocking your path. This is your sacral chakra. Now, this is an emotional thing. So I feel something is blocking you from getting what you want. A new job, or a new relationship, possibly a move that you want to make or some traveling that you want to do. Something is blocking your path. And the reason for it in this story is this guardian angel like jumps down in front of these two guys on a path, and they don't really know what to do, so they just kind of veer off and take a different path. But the guardian angel was actually stopping them from being involved in a rock slide. I get this card a lot. This is this is back of the head stuff here. So basically it's saying your path is being blocked because it's saving you from something down that path that's going to hurt you, basically. And with that, it says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So I feel like whatever path you're trying to go down and you're feeling stuck and you're not being able to move forward, it's because you need to look at it from a different perspective. You need to take a different path. Whether that, again, is a relationship or a way of thinking. It could be trying to travel right now. There's a reason for it. They don't force what isn't flowing naturally, right? And with that, you have standstill. So I feel like this has something to do with moving forward somehow. I don't know if you can see that. But I've gotten this card a couple times, and I read in the book from it. It's basically saying, like, if you stay still for half a minute, things will come to light for you. You'll be able to see through, like, the more, and the thing that I like about this picture, I know you're not going to be able to see it because my camera sucks, but the more you look at the picture, the more you see in the picture, the more detail that you see in it as well. But there's a crane, and the crane's got these beautiful colors on it. It's standing still, and it's in a marsh with a bunch of willow trees, and like the detail that you can see in the picture is unreal. I love these cards. I love the Sacred Destiny. Shout out to my sister for buying this deck for me, Tasha. But this is talking about, like, you stand still, things become more clear. You can actually see in the lake. You can see the reflection in the lake of what's around the corner, and so especially with the impasse, I feel like you're awakening to things are going to come to light, and there's a reason for it. You're gonna have an aha moment. That is what I'm getting in my head. And then your Moonology card is a time to give rather than take, and it's new moon in Virgo. So Virgo might mean something to you. The new moon might mean something to you. Again, energy is fluid. I don't really go off the astrology part yet. I will get there eventually, I promise. But if it does mean something to you, it does. But it's a time to give rather than take. So I feel like maybe you need to give some good out, to get some good karma back, to unblock the situation, whatever this is. There's possibly a way around the path that's being blocked if you really want to go down that path. Possibly some karma needs to be balanced out in order to get down that path. That's a message for somebody. But again, why force something that's not working? A really good expression that just popped into my head right now is, the universe doesn't see it as rejection, it sees it as protection. Just when you're not getting what you want, it's not rejection, it's actually protection. So keep that in mind. And you have the number 51, which brings up to a 6. And with this, I'm getting the 6 of Swords for some reason, which in tarot is, moving away from rocky waters to calmer waters, again, staying still. It has a lot to do with anxieties, being put to rest. If it was in the reverse, it would be like major anxiety, but it didn't come out in the reverse. I'll tell you that too, because none of these come out in reverse. It's Oracle deck I shuffle sideways. But anyway, it also breaks down to a 4. That might mean something to you. 51 might mean something to you. Whatever the case is, the card says just say no, and it says no as in like knowing. So just say no that way. Now, also it could mean like just say no to the situation, like the path is blocked. Know for yourself that it's a no, like know that you shouldn't go that direction. But we'll read the card as well. 51. Second last card of the deck. The Divine Buzz. Everybody has a different phrasing for it. Being in the now, a connection with all that is, living in the moment. Here's the thing. There are no words that can explain it, but baby, you know you can feel it. Savor it for all it's worth. So I feel like this card is saying, like, whatever path you're trying to go down, and it's giving you anxieties for the future, which would be the Six of Swords, why I'm getting that from there. Just live in the now. And the reason for it is because when you live for the past, you're living in anxiety. You're living in sadness and regrets, and oftentimes in those depression. And when you're living for the future, you're living in anxiety. So this is saying live in the now, and it'll help relieve some of that anxiety that you're going through with whatever situation you're trying to force. So don't force whatever situation this is. Stay still. Let things unfold naturally. Let the universe take care of it for you and show you the path that you're supposed to be on. Or God, or whoever you believe in. It will show you the path that you are supposed to be on. Everything happens for a reason. There's nothing, aside from free will, where you can go in and try and force the situation to do it what you want it to. But in my experience, forcing those situations has never gotten me any closer to where I should have been. As if anything, has pushed me further away from where I wanted to be. So I've come to the conclusion to stop forcing things and to let things be as they are supposed to be. When a path is being blocked, I no longer try to push through that. I have an anxious mind, so I will try to figure out why, and that's part of my childhood. The kid always, why? I'm learning to try and control that as well. But if that's something that you do for yourself, where you're constantly asking why, it's only causing anxieties, and it's something that I'm also learning how to nip in the butt. But you should too, because the question should not be, why did this happen, or why is this not happening? The question in the terms of Buddha would be, what in this moment are you lacking? In this very moment in time. And if you have an answer within 5 seconds of something that's lacking, aside from self-love, then it's probably a lie. Because in this very moment, when you're sitting in your safe space, you've got a house, you've got clothes, you're fed, you got coffee in front of you in the morning, whatever the case is, there's nothing missing. You are very present. You are in the moment. You are alive. You have been blessed to open your eyes again today. Don't take that for granted. Live in the now. Just say no. Live in the now. Okay? So that was the message for you guys today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you learn to live in the now. Take care, guys. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your read. This is for you and me. Just kidding, it's not really for me, it's for you. Alright, so, first card, that we have is Wisdom. This is your heart chakra again, the green card. Wisdom. This is a card. The story is all about learning from your mistakes to grow. It's like a kid that goes to grandfather time and says, how can I become wise? And he says, well, you have to make mistakes and learn from the mistakes, basically. So if you feel like you've made a mistake, it's not really a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. It's something that's been put in front of you to teach you a lesson that you needed to learn. And the universe will literally put the same lesson in front of you 800 million times until you get it right. For me, I feel like this has to do with spirituality. Maybe you're not sure what to believe in. Maybe you're in a very stagnant, trapped emotion. You're feeling very trapped. You're feeling like you're lacking something in your life. That's like you're waiting for something big to happen. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting from this spread. Or maybe, you feel like you've made too many mistakes, but that's not the case. Let's see. With the Wisdom, and then right beside it in lights here is you have the Starseed card. So this is a really powerful card. It says what lights you up. So I feel like this, like she's sitting on a cliff and she's looking over the water and she can see Saturn and another planet in the back, possibly Pluto, I don't know. But it's basically like looking at the bigger picture is a huge one for this. I feel like what lights you up, like it's asking you to go deep within your mind, into your imagination, to figure out what you want out of this life. Write down things that you want to do, no matter how extravagant or wild they are, from skydiving to, being able to go out for coffee at Starbucks every day and be able to afford it, whatever little things, from the little things to the huge things that you want to do, write them out. Make a vision board, do something to get creative, because what you put out there comes back to you. So things that you want to do, things that get you excited about life, surround yourself by them, and you'll be surprised how quickly they come back to you. Now, a huge thing I think that you're looking for is freedom. Now, I really liked this card, especially because of my family history and our relation to birds and birds of a feather and everything. So I definitely paid attention to this card when I've pulled it a few times for myself. So I think it's called a swallow, the bird, or a sparrow. I don't remember which one, but sailors used to have these things tattooed on them, so that when they died at sea or whatever, the bird would be able to carry them up to heaven, because these birds were often depicted as carriers of souls to bring them up to heaven or to the next life, whatever the case is, whatever you believe in. So the sailors would have them tattooed on their bodies. That way that bird would be able to... I'm definitely going to look up the bird. I'm pretty sure it's a swallow or a sparrow. I know it starts with an S. Where are you? Swallow. It's a swallow. I was right the first time. Okay, so basically, it's suggesting that you can spread your wings and fly with this one. So maybe bungee jumping or skydiving is what you really want to do. Do it. You only get one life. Live it. Because you can only take your memories on to the next life. You don't get to take the material things in this world with you. So, with that being said, the other part that I really liked about the story behind this bird from far away looks gray and brown and very, not pretty, if you will. Like, it looks very earthy. But if you actually get up close to it and you can't really see it, I don't know, maybe if I put a candle in front of it. No, not really. Either way, the wings are actually a very dark blue. They're not gray, black, or brown. And they're very vibrant. I mean, even the picture can't do the swallow justice. I actually Googled pictures of swallows to see for myself, and they are a very beautiful bird. So keep that in mind. You might feel like you're not a beautiful person. You might feel like you are lacking imagination, but if you actually look at yourself, or if you actually look within yourself, you might see that this is what you want to do. You might see that you are actually quite beautiful, and you have the capabilities to do what you want to do, is what I was trying to say there. Now, this talks about tattoos, so maybe you've never gotten a tattoo, or maybe you want to get another tattoo or whatever. Go do it. Why not? Now, I'm not saying break the bank and don't put food on your kid's table because you want a tattoo. That's not what I'm suggesting, but plan. Make the plan. Surround yourself with pictures of tattoos and tattoo artists and what tattoo you want to get, and, have it drawn up or whatever. But when you plan, things tend to move quicker than just going, geez, I want a tattoo. Okay, well, that's great. So do I. But unless you put that plan into motion, you start thinking about it, you start, okay, what tattoo do I want? Okay, where do I want to put it? Okay, what's it going to look like? Okay, now I need to get it drawn up. That's how you get things into motion. How am I going to pay for it? And then all of a sudden the money appears, right? Like, manifestation in its whole. And I think a huge part of what you might need in your life is balance your spirituality and practicality. And this is a huge card about meditating as well. So this is a full moon in Pisces, so Pisces might mean something to you. You might be a Pisces, or somebody in your life might be a Pisces that's going to help you with all this. But balancing this, and this just touches on emotion as well. And it's a full moon, which is all about high emotions. And we have a full moon coming up. But balance between spirituality and practicality. So again, like the balance between the imagination and practical life. So, I mean, you can't ride a unicorn, so you're going to need some balance in there, right? Like, I mean, you could dress a horse up like a unicorn and ride that and say you rode a unicorn, so you have to have that practicality into it as well, right? So I think that's where this is coming into as well. Like, again, you might want a tattoo, but you need to take the imagination of the picture of what you want and where you want it and actually put into motion how you're going to get the money for it, right? So you have to have that fine balance, otherwise you can throw all your plans off for a loop. So that's what I'm getting from that card. Meditation is a huge thing for manifestation. I've noticed it's been working a lot more with me too. Still getting the hang of it myself. It's a lifelong lesson, trust me. And then you have magnanimous, me again. I cannot pronounce this to save my life. But as 27 might mean something to you, 9 might mean something to you. 9 is the equate of anxiety. It is also being defensive. In tarot, it's like the very last step of either wish fulfillment, which is the better side of things. That was your cup card. Or it's like your very last torment, an anxious and depressive state before you finalize things in the card of the 10, which is the 10 of burdens, like putting the burden down. So you are closer than you realize to achieving the goals that you want, is what I'm getting. But I will also read from the Great Book of E for you. So this is a time for your true nature to bloom like a crocus in the spring. You are nothing but a big ball of love, and the only thing you really want is to love up on everyone. This is a good time to get in touch with that higher truth and free your generous spirit. Freedom. Kindness, anybody? So maybe, again, you need a little bit of karma to balance some things out in order to feel better about yourself, in order to feel freer about yourself. I don't know. Again, I'm just getting it right back to the title of my YouTube channel, which is Be Love, Receive Love. So if you're looking for love in this life, and that's really what lights you up, and that's what's going to make you feel free and be able to balance your spirituality and practicality, and maybe the person that you want is a Pisces, or you're a Pisces, and you're very in tune with your emotions, be love and you'll receive love, right? So you can't hide in a hole and expect love to find you, but you can't go out and have this look about you that, like, don't approach me because I'm a dick, or whatever the case is. You're not going to get approached by people if you look like you're going to chew their head off. So find your inner love, learn from the mistakes of your past about being approachable even, and go from there. I mean, not everybody out there is wanting to hurt you. Maybe the wisdom that you've grown from was from being hurt in the past, and now it's time to release that and free yourself from it, and find balance between what you want and the real life, and start making some plans. All right? So that's your message for today, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.